So he was elected in 1963. He was a traveling pope that finished Vatican II. He met rivals, and he also met with superpowers. And his papacy sparked debates that still shape the Catholic Church today. Hey, I'm Matt Hasquin. I'm a high school history teacher, and we're going through Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire line by line. And, well, we just did Liston beats Patterson. Now we're moving on to Pope Paul in the next line. And when Billy Joel sings Pope Paul, he means Pope Paul VI, who was chosen in June of 1963 after the death of John the 23rd. And Paul's papacy took the Catholic Church from an age of councils and diplomacy into, well, the jet age, kind of a jet setter, with reforms and journeys and then, well, controversies that defined the 1960s. If we start with Vatican II, first with the council, John the 23rd had opened Vatican II in 1962, and Paul VI's guidance closed and then eventually closed it in 1965. The council's Vatican II's actions, documents, and they all reorient Catholic life. There's more vernacular language in the liturgy. There's a stronger role for lay people. There's outreach to other Christians and also other faiths, including a landmark statement on relations with the Jews. And there's also this modern articulation of religious freedom. Paul then spent years implementing those decisions with new rites, new structures, and a more collegial style with bishops. Secondly, if we look at the journeys that he took, Paul VI was the first pope in centuries to travel widely. He went to the Holy Land in 64, and he met with Patriarch Athenagoras, which began a thaw with Eastern Orthodoxy that led to the mutual lifting of the excommunications of 1054, and all that took place in 1965. He addressed the United Nations in New York later that same year with his statement of no more war. And he visited India in 64, Latin America in 68, and he went to Uganda and Africa in 69, and then finally a trip to Asia, touring Asia in 1970, which helped turn the papacy into this more global, on-the-ground kind of office rather than just one, static in Rome. Thirdly, the encyclicals and the arguments. In the Populorum Progressio in 1967, it framed global development as a more moral imperative. In Humanae Vitae in 1968, it reaffirmed the Church's ban on artificial contraception, which ignited deep and lasting debate among the clergy and the laity about authority, also about conscience, and then modern family life. He also pursued a careful Ostpolitik with, negotiating space for Catholics that live behind the Iron Curtain. Paul VI presided over a turbulent church and a turbulent world. You had student movements, decolonization, Cold War summits, and then just rapid social change. He died in 1978, which set off the year of the three popes, and it ended with JP2, with John Paul II. In Billy Joel's kind of rapid-fire verse alongside Pope Paul, Malcolm X, British politician, sex, JFK blown away, Pope Paul signals that religion, politics, and media were colliding all in the same news cycle. And when we carry it back to the song, his name, Pope Paul, captures a papacy that finished the Council of Vatican II. It opened doors to the world, and it left arguments that are still alive in parishes and make headlines today. And the reason why it matters, well, Pope Paul shows how leadership can modernize without abandoning continuity. He turned the papacy outward. He pushed dialogue across old divides, and he forced Catholics to confront hard questions about authority, about conscience, and about change. If you enjoyed this particular episode, please leave a like, a comment, a follow, a share. You can go back to my profile and take in all the pieces of the series so far. We'll be continuing through this journey as we make it into the next verse in the line, or next lyric in the verse with Malcolm X. Thanks for watching.